$7,000. Gone. In 30 seconds. I watched a couple get turned away at the cruise terminal because of one simple mistake. And the worst part? Thousands of passengers are making the exact same errors right now. In 2026, I've seen cruise mistakes that cost people their entire vacation. Lost money, missed ships, ruined trips. And today, I'm breaking down the 13 biggest mistakes passengers keep making at embarkation and onboard. These aren't just inconveniences. These are cruise killers that cost thousands of dollars and can get you denied boarding entirely. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to avoid every single one. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Arriving late to the terminal. The first massive mistake is arriving late to embarkation. I'm talking about passengers who show up at the cruise terminal during the final boarding window or even after it's closed. Here's why this is disastrous. Number 1, you're stressed. Number 2, you're in a hurry. And when we're in a hurry, we forget things. We lose things. Important cruise essentials like your passport, your cruise documents, your phone. We're so distracted because we arrived late that we might hand over our luggage to the wrong porter, forget to take photos of our bags before they disappear, or miss the mandatory muster drill because we're still trying to find our cabin. But here's the real problem. According to cruise line policies in 2026, if you arrive after the final boarding time, which is usually 60 to 90 minutes before departure, they can legally deny you boarding. The ship will leave without you, and you won't get a refund. I've seen this happen at Port Canaveral. A family of 4 showed up 45 minutes before the ship was scheduled to sail. The ship was still at the pier. They could see it. But the cruise line had already closed embarkation. $7,000 gone, just like that. The fix? Arrive at the cruise terminal 2 to 3 hours before your scheduled departure time. That gives you buffer room for traffic, unexpected delays at security, and time to actually enjoy the embarkation process instead of sprinting through it in a panic. Mistake number 2, flying in on embarkation day. This one's huge, and it's directly related to mistake number 1. Passengers book flights that land the same morning their cruise departs. They think, oh, my flight lands at 10 a.m. The ship doesn't leave until 4 p.m. I've got 6 hours, plenty of time. Wrong. Here's what actually happens. Your flight gets delayed 2 hours. Now you land at noon. You wait 30 minutes for luggage, another 30 minutes for an Uber or shuttle to the port. You arrive at the terminal at 1:30 p.m. in a complete panic. And guess what? The cruise line doesn't care that your flight was delayed. The ship is leaving at 4 p.m. whether you're on it or not. According to Cruise Critic and multiple cruise line policies, if you miss embarkation due to flight delays on the same day, the cruise line has zero obligation to refund you or help you catch up with the ship. You're on your own. The smart move? Fly in the day before. Stay in a hotel near the port. Wake up relaxed, have breakfast, and stroll to the terminal stress-free. Yes, it costs an extra night in a hotel, but it's way cheaper than losing your entire cruise. Mistake number 3. Not completing online check-in. Next up, not completing online check-in before you arrive at the terminal. In 2026, almost every cruise line requires online check-in 24 to 48 hours before sailing. If you don't do it, you get stuck in a separate line at the terminal with all the other unprepared passengers. And that line? It's brutal. I've seen it take 2 hours while the online check-in passengers breeze through in 15 minutes. But here's the bigger issue. Online check-in is where you upload your passport photo, fill out health declarations, and get your boarding time assignment. If you skip this step, you might get assigned to the last boarding group, which means you're the last ones on the ship. Your cabin might not be ready for hours. And you've wasted half your first day sitting in the terminal or waiting in your cabin hallway. The fix is simple. Complete online check-in the moment it opens. Usually that's 48 hours before your sail date. Upload all your documents, get your set sail pass or boarding number, and print or save it to your phone. Done. Mistake number 4. Packing essentials in checked luggage. Here's a mistake I see constantly. Passengers pack their swimsuits, medications, and change of clothes in their checked luggage. Then they hand that luggage to the porter at the terminal and expect it to magically appear in their cabin immediately. It doesn't. Checked luggage on a cruise can take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours to be delivered to your cabin. Sometimes longer if the ship is fully booked. So you board the ship at noon. It's a beautiful day. The pool is calling. But your swimsuit? It's somewhere in the bowels of the ship in a pile of 3,000 other suitcases. Your medications? Also in your checked bag. Your change of clothes for dinner? Yep, checked bag. You're stuck wearing your embarkation day outfit for the next 6 hours while you wait for your luggage to show up. The fix? Pack a carry-on bag with everything you need for the first day. Swimsuit, medications, change of clothes, toiletries, phone charger, important documents. Treat it like you're packing for a flight. Keep it with you when you board. That way, you can hit the buffet, grab a drink, change into your swimsuit, and enjoy the ship while everyone else is sitting in their cabin waiting for their bags. Hey guys, welcome back to Cruise Compendium. If you're new here, listen up. We're the only cruise channel that tells you the truth nobody else wants to talk about. The mistakes that cost real money, the scams the industry hides, the insider secrets that actually save your vacation. Right now, hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell. We drop videos like this every single week exposing what cruise lines don't want you to know. Over 50,000 cruisers are already part of this community. Join us. You won't regret it. All right, let's keep going. Mistake number 5. Not having documents organized. This one seems obvious, but you'd be shocked how many people show up at the terminal fumbling through bags looking for their passport. According to cruise line requirements in 2026, you need your passport, your boarding pass or set sail pass, and sometimes additional documents like visas depending on your itinerary. If you can't produce these documents quickly at check-in, you're holding up the entire line. And if you can't find your passport at all, you're not boarding. Period. But here's the updated twist for 2026. Real ID alone is not sufficient for cruising, even on closed-loop cruises. As of May 2025, the Real ID requirement went into effect for domestic flights. But for cruises, you still need either a passport book or a passport card plus an original birth certificate. A Real ID driver's license by itself won't get you on a cruise ship. I've seen passengers get denied boarding because they assumed their Real ID was enough. It's not. The fix. Keep all your documents in a waterproof zippered pouch. Passport, boarding pass, birth certificate if needed, any visas, your credit card for onboard charges. Keep it in your personal item bag where you can access it instantly. Don't bury it in your carry-on under layers of clothes. Mistake number 6. Not taking photos of your luggage. Here's a mistake that seems minor until your luggage goes missing. You hand your bags to the porter at the terminal. They slap a luggage tag on it, and off it goes into the abyss. 6 hours later, your bag still hasn't shown up in your cabin. You call guest services. They ask, "Can you describe your bag?" And you realize you have no idea what it looks like in detail. It's black, like 70% of all cruise luggage. Good luck. The smart move? Before you hand your luggage to the porter, take photos of it, all sides. Close-ups of any identifying marks, stickers, ribbons, damage. Also photograph the luggage tag number they attach at the terminal. That tag number is how they track your bag. If your bag goes missing, you can give guest services the exact tag number and photos to help locate it. This simple step has saved countless passengers from losing luggage entirely. Mistake number 7. Only eating at the buffet. This is one of the biggest onboard mistakes. Passengers get on the ship, discover the Windjammer buffet or Lido Deck buffet, and then eat there for every single meal. Breakfast, lunch, sometimes even dinner. And they completely miss the main dining room, specialty restaurants, and hidden dining venues that are included in their cruise fare. According to Royal Caribbean blog and cruise critic, most large ships have multiple complimentary dining options beyond the buffet. The main dining room, which has full table service, multiple courses, and way better food quality. Cafes like Park Cafe on Royal Caribbean, the Solarium Bistro, Johnny Rocket's breakfast on some ships, all included. All better than the crowded, chaotic buffet. But passengers never explore because they assume the buffet is their only free option. The fix? On embarkation day, grab a daily schedule or open the cruise line app. Look at all the complimentary dining venues. Make a plan to try different ones throughout your cruise. You'll eat better food, avoid crowds, and actually enjoy your meals instead of fighting for a table at the buffet. Mistake number 8. Not booking shows and activities. Early. Here's a mistake that cost you the best experiences on the ship. You board. You're excited. You think, I'll figure out the schedule later. By the time you check the app or the daily planner, all the good shows are fully booked. The Broadway-style production, sold out. The specialty restaurant you wanted to try, no reservations available. The shore excursions in port, gone. According to multiple cruise bloggers and frequent cruisers, the best strategy is to book everything on embarkation day. As soon as you're on the ship and connected to Wi-Fi, open the app. Book your shows, make your dining reservations, reserve shore excursions, book spa appointments, all of it. Because thousands of other passengers are doing the same thing and availability disappears fast. The main dining room usually doesn't require reservations, but specialty dining does. Shows on ships like Royal Caribbean's Oasis class or Norwegian's newer ships fill up within hours of embarkation. If you wait until day 3 of your cruise to book the show you want to see on day 5, it's probably already sold out. Mistake number 9. Swiping your cruise card without tracking spending. This one's sneaky. You board the ship. They give you a cruise card. It opens your cabin door. It charges everything to your account. Drinks, specialty dining, spa treatments, photos, casino chips, shore excursions. And because it doesn't feel like real money, passengers swipe it constantly without thinking. Then, on the last night of the cruise, they check their folio and see a $500 bill they weren't expecting. According to cruise critic forums, this is one of the most common complaints. Passengers don't realize how fast charges add up. A $15 cocktail here, a $40 specialty dinner there, a $200 shore excursion, a $150 spa treatment. It adds up shockingly fast, and by the time you see the total, you've already spent the money. The fix? Check your folio daily. Most cruise line apps let you see your onboard charges in real time. Set a daily spending limit for yourself. And if you're traveling with kids or teenagers, set spending limits on their cards through guest services. That way, they can't rack up hundreds of dollars in charges without you knowing. Now listen, if you're learning something that could literally save you thousands of dollars right now, I need you to do something. Hit that like button. Seriously, it helps this video reach more people who need to see it. Then share it with anyone you know cruising in 2026. Your friend planning their first cruise? Send them this link. Your parents taking an anniversary trip? They need to watch this. Because I guarantee someone you know is about to make one of these mistakes. Help them avoid it. Drop a comment too and tell me which mistake shocked you the most. I read every single one. Alright, let's keep going. Mistake number 10. Booking tight flight connections home. Here's a disaster I've seen countless times. Passengers book flights home the same day the ship docks. They figure, the ship gets in at 7 a.m., my flight's at noon. That's 5 hours, plenty of time. Wrong. Here's what actually happens. The ship docks at 7 a.m., but you're not off the ship until 8:30 a.m. because of customs, immigration, and luggage collection. You grab an Uber. Traffic to the airport takes an hour. You arrive at 9:30 a.m. Check-in closes at 10:45 a.m. for your noon flight. You have 1 hour and 15 minutes to check bags, get through security, and get to your gate. One delay, one long security line, one issue with luggage, and you're missing your flight. According to cruise line recommendations and travel experts, you should never book a flight home before 1 p.m. on disembarkation day. Even that's cutting it close. The safest option? Book a late afternoon or evening flight. Or better yet, stay an extra night in the port city and fly home the next day. Yes, it costs extra. But it's cheaper than rebooking a missed flight and dealing with the stress of sprinting through an airport in a panic. Mistake number 11. Buying expensive jewelry on impulse. This one's specific but important. The ships have jewelry stores. High-end watches, diamonds, tanzanite, gemstones. And they run port day sales with massive discounts. 70% off, today only. And passengers, caught up in the vacation vibe, drop $3,000 on a tanzanite necklace or a diamond bracelet they'd never buy at home. According to multiple reports from cruise passengers and jewelry experts, cruise ship jewelry is wildly overpriced even with the discounts. The appraisals they give you are inflated. A $5,000 appraised value necklace they're selling you for $2,500? It's probably worth $800 retail on land. And once you get home and have buyer's remorse, good luck getting a refund. Most sales are final. The fix? Don't buy expensive jewelry on a cruise. If you see something you love, take a photo. Write down the details. Go home, research it, compare prices. Then decide if you want to buy it. Don't make a 4-figure impulse purchase while you're on vacation mode. Mistake number 12. Not understanding itinerary changes. Here's a harsh reality. Cruise lines can change your itinerary at any time for any reason, and they don't owe you a refund. Weather, mechanical issues, port closures, geopolitical events. If the ship can't dock in Grand Cayman, they'll replace it with Cozumel or Nassau, or just make it a sea day. And according to the force majeure clause in your cruise contract, that's legal. You have no recourse. This has been a massive issue in 2026 with the Middle East crisis. Passengers booked Egypt and Jordan. Those ports got canceled. The cruise line rerouted the ship around Africa, added 12 days to the voyage, and legally didn't owe passengers any compensation beyond a refund for the canceled port fees. Some passengers loved the extra time. Others were furious because they had flights, jobs, and commitments they couldn't change. The fix? Read your cruise contract. Understand that itineraries can change. If a specific port is the entire reason you're taking the cruise, maybe reconsider, because there's always a chance it won't happen. Finally, the last mistake. Passengers pack prescription medications in their checked luggage. The luggage takes 6 hours to arrive. Or worse, it gets lost or delayed entirely. And now you don't have your blood pressure medication, your insulin, your daily prescriptions. This isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. According to cruise line policies and TSA guidelines, all medication should be in your carry-on bag. That includes prescription meds, over-the-counter stuff like Dramamine for seasickness, and any medical devices like inhalers or EpiPens. Keep them in their original pharmacy bottles with your name on them. If you're traveling internationally, some countries have restrictions on certain medications, so check ahead of time. Also, bring more medication than you think you'll need. If the cruise gets extended due to itinerary changes, you want extra days of meds. Don't pack exactly 7 days worth for a 7-day cruise. Pack 10 days worth just in case. Alright guys, that's 13 cruise mistakes that could absolutely destroy your vacation in 2026. And here's the truth. Every single one is completely avoidable. You just watched this video. You now know more than 90% of passengers stepping onto a cruise ship next week. But here's what I need you to do right now. First, smash that like button if this helped you. Second, drop a comment and tell me which mistake you've made before or which one you almost made. Be honest, we've all been there. Your story might save someone else from the same disaster. Third, subscribe to Cruise Compendium if you haven't already. We're building the smartest, most prepared cruise community on YouTube. Over 50,000 members strong and growing every day. We expose the real cruise industry secrets. The stuff nobody else talks about. The mistakes, the scams, the contracts, the fine print. The things that actually matter when you're dropping thousands on a vacation. Now here's your action plan before your next cruise. 1. Bookmark this video. Watch it again the week before you sail. 2. Complete online check-in the second it opens. 3. Pack a carry-on with day 1 essentials and all medications. 4. Arrive at the terminal 2 to 3 hours early. 5. Book shows, dining, and activities on embarkation day. Do those 5 things and you'll cruise like a pro while everyone else is stressing. One more thing. What do you want to see next? A deep dive into cruise contract fine print? The force majeure clause explained? How to fight back when cruise lines cancel your ports? Drop your ideas in the comments. I'm listening. Travel smart, cruise smarter, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Cruise Compendium. Thanks for watching.